Morning, Andy here. So let's get right down to it. Capping rentals, I am against it, and I'll tell you why. I think that it's wrong to tell a community that you've got enough renters now, you shouldn't have any more renters. Let's just focus on just homeowners. I think it suggests that maybe that homeowners are like a higher quality citizen, more invested. I don't buy into that, and the reason being that just the other day, one of the guys that was on the corner with me, holding up signs, he had been a renter here for over 20 years. He's been politically engaged the whole time he's lived here. He plans on living here further. Renting is just what works for him, and renting is what works for a lot of people. Being a homeowner is a lot of work, and if that's not your thing, if you're not really into your garden, if you're not really into your yard, if you're not really into maintaining your own property, it's not a good move. The best move would be to live in a place where you're paying someone else to take care of that for you. It's an agreement, and so that's that. As far as low-income housing goes, low-income housing is what we need right now across the country, and not just in Columbia Heights. To put a cap on all rentals is to put a cap on not just the corporate predatory buyers that are coming in, and we don't want them. That's obvious. But what we do want is to open up more opportunities for people who are just moving here. When you're starting out, at least for most people, when you're starting out, you don't start out with a pile of money to go buy a house in a community. You start out renting. You start out doing the best you can with what you have, and becoming invested in a community can definitely start out from a perspective of renting in that community. You don't have to own a house in a town to send your children to school in that town. You don't have to own a house in town to attend city council meetings. You don't even have to own a house in town to be on the city council. That shouldn't be the litmus test for someone's level of involvement or commitment to being within a community. I took some notes here. I want to make sure that I cover everything here. It feels like capping rentals is more of a punishment on the renter, when really I think more the focus should be on the landlord. Are our landlords following all their guidelines regarding maintaining a quality property for tenants? That is where our attention, I think, should be, making sure that those who own rental properties in town are providing a safe, comfortable, well-maintained property with good appliances and good services, and a good relationship with your tenant. Someone suggested in a conversation that my opinion would suggest, partnering with large corporations and predatory buyers to buy a property. That couldn't be further from the truth. It is definitely possible to put in to create rules and regulations for how you create a rental property in town. What type of rent you're going to be charging, where your home office is. I guess the big point I want to make here is that I want Columbia Heights to be a town where everyone feels welcome to not just buy a home here, but to start their life here, to establish a relationship within the community. And people are going to start that journey from a lot of different levels and from within different cultures, from within different races, from within different sexual orientations, etc. And we need to make sure that we have a balanced community that offers a wide variety of opportunities to become a resident, to become involved within the community. And that's why I've got issues with capping. I think there are other ways to address issues with quality and quantity of rental properties in town. So I guess that's it. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.